And don't lean too far. I hope they got a thing in back. Don't go in reverse.
Yeah, we know. See, Julie Brzee was Athlete of the Week in the Fair County Press this week. Well, because of her ranking, and she broke a school record at the meet with her hurdles. She sure is. And yet she's so prim and proper, you know, when you see her. And did you see the paper yet? Jim Fish got some kind of accreditation. He took some exam and everything. I thought, yeah, they'll probably hit us up for a race. I guess it was quite, from what it explained, it was quite some test he had to take and credentials he had to send in.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. You all may be seated. As principal of North Branch High School, it is my pleasure to declare this commencement ceremony open. We begin our program today by recognizing the members of this class who have distinguished themselves academically. First, I would like to introduce our cum laude graduates. Cum laude means with praise, and these students have earned a cumulative grade point average of 3.5 to 3.649. Would the following students please stand and face the audience? And audience, would you please hold your applause until the entire group has been named? Matthew Butterfield, Benjamin Carter, Benjamin Hodges, Marla Hooper, Nicole Hunt, Amber Judd, Angela Lipke, Krista Lowe, Kelly Lowmaster, Jessica Parks, Anthony Shaw, Bradley Stock, Heather Sweet, Amanda Turner, Eric Van Wingerden, Kara Woodliff. Ladies and gentlemen, our cum laude graduates. Next, I would like to introduce our magna cum laude graduates. Magna cum laude means with great praise, and it reflects a GPA of 3.65 to 3.79. Would these students please rise and face the audience? Amber Bowen, Leah DeTavernier, Matthew Ferguson, Samantha Formicola, Adam Jacobson, Melissa Lawrence, Anthony McDowell, Alyssa Pender, Charity Shank, Kathleen Sohn. Ladies and gentlemen, our magna cum laude graduates. Finally, we have our summa cum laude graduates. Summa cum laude means with greatest praise. These students have earned a GPA of 3.8 to 4.0. Would the following students please stand and face the audience? Daniel Beadle, Jonathan Bechtel, Caleb Bluehard, Jamie Bodmer, Kara Brinker, Melissa L. Brown, Julie Bruzy, Joseph Buno, Amanda David, Stephanie Ebergen, Catherine Gladkey, Ricky Goss, Carly Haka, Victoria Hill, Tasha Hodgkinson, Courtney Huff, Sarah Kempa, Kayla Newbegin, Sherry Couturmas, Megan Spence-Hanna, Michelle Western. Ladies and gentlemen, our summa cum laude graduates. The salutatorian of the class of 2003 is Joseph Buno. Joe will now present his salutatorian address.
Good evening. Well, fellow classmates, we made it. We started our adventure just as everyone else had, entering our new school as the low man on the totem pole, the small fish in an enormous pond. I mean, at least that's what we thought it'd be like. Of course, we were all a little afraid of our new school, the new people, the block scheduling, and one of our biggest obstacles, all 4 grades in one building. We had never encountered something this spectacular, yet frightening before. We would be entering a big school. No longer would we have everyone looking out for us, so we had to adapt. We would definitely have to learn new skills to protect ourselves. The dreaded first day finally arrived. There we stood, standing through the blue glass doors on the front of what we would have to call home for the next 4 years. What would this day hold for us? Would we like the changes ahead? Or worse, would we make it through alive? One by one, we entered through our new threshold. And to our surprise, the first day went by quite easily. It turned out that the rumors of mean kids, mean teachers, were just that, rumors. The nervousness was finally over, and before we knew it, a week had passed. And should I say it, school was becoming kind of fun. Where else could someone go and chill with friends for 10 minutes in between classes? We were finally feeling at home in our new dwelling. Months flew by, and finally, the end of our freshman year. This was a big step in our lives. We were growing up. No one told us that our freshman year would mean so much to us. We had to learn that on our own. It was the beginning of one of the most wonderful journeys ever, high school. The next 3 years were filled with many tears. Tears of sorrow from deaths, breakups, and the unforgettable 9/11, and tears of joy from winning the hardest sports events of our lives, the crazy things we did with our friends, or better yet, the jokes that everyone laughed at even though they were the stupidest things we've ever heard. And year by year, we admired the senior classes that came and left. Many of us even shed tears for the friends that we would no longer see on a daily basis. But deep inside, we knew it was for the better. Time went on, and so did our lives. And we knew sooner or later, we too would have to leave our friends, our teachers, our school behind. That time has come. Today, it is our turn to be admired, and we should be proud. We have worked hard to reach this point in our lives, but we could not have done it alone. We should take this time to thank those that helped us get here. I personally would like to thank the Lord God, my parents, teachers, and wonderful friends for their outstanding support in all my endeavors, for constantly challenging me to rise above what I thought to be my limits, for always being there when I needed them, and most of all, for being the extraordinary people that they are. Life for us is changing. Changes have been happening ever since we walked into this school. John F. Kennedy once said, "Change is the law of life, and those who look only to the past or the present are certain to miss the future." Even though we had some of the best times of our lives here at North Branch High School, we cannot dwell on the past. We must move on, and it's not going to be easy. Today we stand at a crossroad where we decide what to do with our past 4 years. Chances are, most of us will go different ways in the world. That is just a part of life. Some of us will enter the workplace, while others may join the military or continue their education. One thing is for certain, even though we will be apart, we will always have our memories together. This was our home, and it is always hard to leave the place and people you've loved for so long. But this time, the change is for better. Just as we stood in awe our freshman year at the threshold of our new school, we now stand in awe at the threshold of another school, the school of life. The door is open. Another adventure has begun. So let's go forth and use the skills we have learned the past 4 years to make the world a better place, improve mankind, make dreams come true, and most of all, have fun. Because what is life worth if you don't have any fun? We are no longer students, but rather graduates of North Branch High School. Congratulations. Now go forth and make your dreams come true.
Our next speaker is Julie Brzee, who is the valedictorian of the class of 2003.
Wow, here we are, together on the night that we have anticipated for so long. First, I would like to share with you a quote that a friend once told me. The secret of success is to be like a duck, smooth and unruffled on top, but paddling fiercely underneath. I feel that this describes each of us in our years that we have spent here. The last 4 years have been filled with some valuable lessons that are just pale reflections of what life will throw at us in the coming years. Through these, we have learned coping skills. We have started to understand when to argue and when to accept, when to stand firm and when to compromise. We have learned how to make friends and enlist allies. We also know when we have to go it alone. We are now ready to move on to bigger challenges. High school was more than just one challenge after another. Freshman year did finally end with a few valuable lessons learned. One was that no matter the age or size of the opponent, our guys would forever reign as the tug-of-war champs. Also, always think twice before you go searching for parts of Mr. K's ecosystem. The thrill of getting our licenses our sophomore year was only slightly dampened by our first ticket or our first dent. As we began our junior year, the shock of 9/11 opened all of our eyes to the price of freedom. Our homecoming will be one that will never be forgotten, as our class saluted our country at the pep assembly with a giant flag made out of rows and rows of red, white, and blue paper, donated so graciously by Mrs. Trado. Senioritis struck many of us around this time, although the epidemic has certainly worsened in these past few weeks as seniors. This final year together was filled with memories we'll take with us always. We'll never forget the way our football team danced to Another One Bites the Dust as they celebrated our homecoming victory. And with 2020 on the sidelines, it made it all the more exciting. The senior girls couldn't have had a better final snow coming as we finally got our first broomball victory. This class has left behind many memories, traditions, and championship banners on the gym wall that will never be forgotten. These accomplishments would have been impossible if it wasn't for our wonderful teachers, outstanding coaches, and great parents, for they are the foundation of who we are and what we have achieved. We are about to leave a place that has made us who we are today, and no matter how hard we try for the rest of our lives to overcome it, it will forever be a part of us. Always remember all the things we have accomplished here, for they are the link to our past and the key to our future. We have left our mark on North Branch High School. Now it is our turn to do the same to the world. So as we set out tonight on different paths, remember the encouragement and energy you feel right now. Remember the encouragement you were given here. Remember the flashes of insight and the strength of your convictions. Choose memories that will inspire and sustain you. And most of all, always remember the hours we spent laughing together as the class of 2003. Thanks. Oh. And one more thing. Grandpa, I'm a farmer's daughter and I'm proud of it.
Graduates, I have a special gift for you this evening. I'm going to keep my speech short. How you like that? I'm keeping it short because I fully realize how anxious you are to get on with it. You're anxious to get those diplomas for which you've worked so hard. You're anxious to join your families and your friends to share your joy with them. You're anxious to get started with your plans for the future. And this is as it should be. For graduation, far from being an end, is the beginning of all your tomorrows. Over the past several years, you have worked and studied, practiced and played, and grown both mentally as well as physically, and now you are here, ready to begin your lives as members of the adult community. For some of you, this will mean a job and responsibilities of family living. For others, this will mean serving our country in the armed forces. For others still, this will mean college and further years of study and preparation. Whatever course your future takes, it is my sincere hope that you will look back on your years here at North Branch as seeing that they have prepared you to meet and deal with the challenges of life will present. On behalf of myself, the faculty, the administration, and school board of North Branch Area Schools, I wish each of you the happiness of a productive life, the respect of your fellow human beings, and the love of your family. May the future be yours. Superintendent Pawinski, as principal of North Branch High School, it is my pleasure to certify that the members of the class of 2003 assembled here have met the graduation requirements of the North Branch Area Schools. On behalf of the faculty of North Branch High School, I present the class of 2000 for you for graduation.
Wow. Good evening. Actually, as I think back over the years, I've had the opportunity to stand in front of many of these young men and women as their elementary principal. What's really frightening is I had the opportunity to stand in front of the many parents out there as one of their teachers. All right? But I want you to know that it's truly an honor to stand before you this evening as graduates of North Branch High School. It is an honor. So I welcome you, honored graduates. I welcome parents. I welcome faculty, staff, and guests. I, along with the North Branch Board of Education, would like to take this opportunity to congratulate our seniors and to extend our best wishes as they begin this new chapter in their lives. To our parents, I send a special congratulations. You must feel a sense of accomplishment and pride in your graduates' completion of their high school education. To the faculty, I applaud you for your dedication. Who knows what great minds you have helped shape these past few years. And to our graduates, I'm extremely proud of you, and proud again to be a member of the North Branch School family. Having this opportunity to address you this evening, I find myself sort of looking back at a theme that I always tried to explain to the students when they were in the elementary school. It's a theme that I think is very important for the rest of your life, and that is never quit trying. Never quit trying. So before you move on to the next stage in your life, I'm going to give you one more test. It's called a success test. Do you know who ran for public office 7 times and was defeated every time before he became President of the United States? Abraham Lincoln. Do you know who struggled with over 1,000 experiments before perfecting one invention? Thank you. Thomas Edison. Do you know who failed first grade and went on to become the Attorney General of the United States? Robert Kennedy. And do you know who didn't learn to talk until he was 4 years of age, yet communicated fabulous scientific theories? And that was Albert Einstein. Imagine how difficult it must have been for these people to continue on, to trust their abilities, and to work toward their dreams. Faced with failure and adversity, they believed in themselves, and they applied their efforts toward their goals and accomplishing their dreams. Ralph Waldo Emerson states that success, if it's to be, is up to me. So as you leave North Branch High School and move on to new challenges, I ask you to do 3 things. 1, I ask you to be responsible. Keep your promises to yourself and to others. 2, be committed. Speak what you think is important and what you believe in, and work to fulfill your dreams. And finally, have integrity. Always err on the side of kindness and fairness in your life. So my personal congratulations to each of you. And I wish each of you continued success, and remember, never quit trying. Now, it's my distinct pleasure to announce that the members of North Branch High School class of 2003, upon certification, have completed the requirements of graduation. And by my authority as superintendent of schools, I declare the class of 2003 graduates of North Branch Area Schools with all the rights and privileges conferred by this honor. I further invite all of you to come forward as your name is called to receive your diploma from our Board of Education. Your diploma is presented to you with sincere congratulations and best wishes from the board, the administration, and the faculty and staff. Mr. Hiltonen, I ask that you call the roll, please. Thank you.
Krista Mae Sibold. Jennifer Lynn Chase. Noah Paul Boyle. Joseph Edward Hensel. Daniel Croyle. Aaron Michael Conger. Mitchell M. Hodges. William Taylor. Stephanie Starr Schloud. April Linton. Jessie Lynn Stimson. Charles Conrad House. Aaron Christopher Sudley. Ben Hodges. Elaine Jean Sikowski. Julie Elizabeth Bruzy. Joseph Richard Buno. Thomas Bird. Jonathan Michael Craner. Angela Lee Walters. Jamie Nicole Ream. Amber Lynn Bowen. Christopher Hampton. Kurt Novotny. Scott Robert Heathcote. Robert Gillette. Matthew Patrick Grabowski. Ashley Nicole Carithers. Amanda Suzanne David. Kara Elizabeth Brinker. Kendall Lee Smith.
Jamie Nicole Bodmer. Courtney Ann Huff. Kayla Ray Newbegin Trump. Anthony Joseph McDowell. Jesse Richard Tripp. Stephanie Elise Ebergen. Jonathan Dalton Beckel. Eric Kemp. Elise Dora Pelton. Krista May Lowe. Sarah Joanne Gino. Darren Lyle Bowlesby.
The cheering crowd.
Jeremy Distrath. Marla Jeanette Hooper. Stacy Ann Streeter. Amber Jean Peel. Sarah Marie Kempa. Charity Lynn Shank. Sherry Lynn Quartermas. Chelsea Lee Garcia. Melissa Ann Seeley. Heather Joy Sweet. Cassandra K. Jensen. Benjamin Owen Carter. Adam Michael Wheeler. Jenny Sue Dotson. Anthony Robert Young. Michael George Ream. Catherine Ann Gladkey. Matthew Raymond Ferguson. Nathan Wayne Stever. Rick Allen Yarbrough II.
Kristen Marie Waring. Alyssa Ann Pender. Samantha Jean Formicola. Michelle Christine Western. Melissa Lee Brown. Kevin Schloud. David Aaron Davis. Kelly Jean McGree.
That's it?
Joseph Thomas Wallington.
Did you already bring it over?
Kara Nicole Woodliff. Tara Renee Weingartz. Brittany Marie Spence. Sandra K. Murata. Samantha Marie Marsh. Melissa Sue Lawrence. Adam Leroy Bennett. Michelle Marie Baker. Angela Marie Libke. Tara Mae Hansen. Sarah Jean Haight. Adam Michael Jacobson. Kayla Renee Bluehart. Chrissy Marie Crandall. Kimberly Sue Burnett. Carly Haka. Catherine Helzer. Allison Mae Stafford. Jessica Margaret Sadler. Natalie Sue Gaulis. Elise Cara McMeans. Selena Lee Saradsky.
William LeBlanc. Devin Glover. Thomas Joseph Adame. Stephen John Dow. Matthew John Butterfield. Brandon Jackson. Daniel Allen Beadle. Leah Suzanne DeTavernier. Victoria Young Hill. Kelly Marie Lowmaster. Anna Kanakova. John Raymond. Brian Holcomb. Kelly Marie Reynolds. Jessica Marie Parks. Jeremy Daniel Berger. Jessica Marie Pennington. Amber Nicole Judd. Ricky Nicole Goss. Melissa G. San Brown. Christina Ann Rao. Charles Kimmery. Christopher James Dayton. David William Craig. Matthew Adam Swain. Jesse Slough. Justin Douglas Slough. David Brzee. Nathan Robert Smith. Angela Marie Sigaracki. Curtis Nielsen.
How many to row? Two more.
You have to go down and collect them from the front row so you can hand it back down again.
John Lane. Jonathan Robert Paley. Rachel Allison. Katrin Schneider. Rodney Charles Rouse. Brian Leon LeCaire. James Lewis Pomeroy. Daniel Raymond Hamden. Christian Paul Andrzejewski. Matthew Paul Gossett. Bradley Leo Stock. Victor Guerrero III. Ryan Even. Joshua James Richards. Melissa Sue Hypes. Heidi Lynn Chris. Ryan Allen James Tudoroff. Jeremiah Morley. Eric Michael Van Wingerden. Anthony John Shaw. James Russell. Alan Michael McCormick. David Jones. Derek Paul Miller. Kristen Lynn Smith. David Russell Samano. Bradley Crum. Marcus Christopher Bailey. Justin Hall Hunt. Tasha Ann Hodgkinson. Chad Hickey.
David Beck Jr. Tom Marble Jr. Christopher Barrios. Patrick Bond. Annalisa Nicole Murphy. Curtis Hollingshed. Kelly Marie Frankfurt. Willie Clark. Leah Marie Schultz. Emily Rose Bonet. Jennifer Marie Batzlaff. Megan Kathleen Spence Hanna. Nicole Danielle Hunt. Nicole Marie Burnett. Michael John Ruhlman. Brant Richard Reynolds. Joshua Dury Willamont. Kelly Edward Rogers. Nicholas Kenneth Sterrett. Tiffany Ann Gonzalez. Rachel K. Overland. Katie Marie Woody. Kathleen Michelle Sohn. Julie Ani Hunt. Calissa Sue June. Bethany Marie LaFavor.
How do I go when you tell them?
Joseph Michael Rodriguez. Christina Janine Belovic. Heather Dawn Hamilton. Kyle Hotchkiss. Raymond Reed. Andrew Rogers. Brian Weingartz. Amanda Jean Turner. Shay Harrington. Nate Stafford.
At least they don't have anything inside them. Did you? There wasn't enough. Yeah, there wasn't enough. Oh no. Yeah. As I said, Mark will not forget this one.
Before we finish up, I'd like to thank Old Danny's and Campbell's greenhouses for the plants they supplied for our stage tonight. I'd like to thank our organist, Mrs. Orr, and also providing sign language, Mrs. Masood. Would our graduates please stand? As a class, I would like each of you to move your tassels to the left, signifying that you're now graduates of North Branch High School. Graduates, in the stands are many of those who have made your high school years possible. Parents, grandparents, siblings, aunts and uncles, teachers and friends. Whoever played a role in helping you, supporting you, and encouraging you through high school. I invite you to please turn to the stands and join me in saying thank you. Turn around. Face the audience. Thank you. Okay, row one. You may now proceed to leave the area. Best of luck and congratulations to the class of 2003.
joke for a minute. We have a young lady right here who left her keys in the ladies' restroom. If somebody picked them up, could you please return them either to the office or up here? Thank you.